Okay, so this got me excited, but also a tiny bit suspicious as well, and we'll get into that in a moment. But 8Bitdo just announced that they are putting out a Neo Geo wireless controller for Windows, Android, and the Neo Geo Mini. I would imagine this would work with plenty of other devices as well, but we'll talk more about that in a moment. But this is going to have that classic clicky style joystick recreated that the Neo Geo Mini from SNK, the little controller that they sold for that, was missing. Like clicky sticks were hard to make type of thing. But hey, 8Bitdo comes in and is like, we got this. We can handle it. Clicky sticks for all you Neo Geo fans. And I'm excited for that. It's also got micro switches for the buttons and everything. This is freaking slick, man. So, okay, officially licensed by SNK, mind you. This isn't just some like 8Bitdo making an inspired by controller. SNK's logo is on this controller. That is freaking awesome. There's some limited editions, but let's take a quick look at this. You may see the dongle, right? Yeah, it is 2.4 gigahertz wireless, but it's also Bluetooth as well. Hell yeah, right? So you got those little additional buttons like for turbo, stuff like that, home, whatever. And then you got some shoulder buttons up top. And I'm fine with that as far as like bringing a little bit more compatibility to the controller to keep it like pure as a Neo Geo controller. Don't mess with the face, Don't add buttons there like A, B, C, D, E, F, G type of thing. Keep it this way and then add that there. I'm cool with that, man. I'm fine with that. So here's a little look. USB-C for charging, and you can use it wired. Here's the box, 2.4 gigahertz, Bluetooth and USB. And for the Neo Geo Mini, what? Okay, I mean, how many people are still buying a Neo Geo Mini? How many people are still thinking about the Neo Geo Mini? Right? Are people gonna buy this up for the Neo Geo Mini? Is that new Neo Geo Mini that was teased to me by somebody in the know a long while back actually coming out? The MVS version one, the red one, they made like 13 different Neo Geo Minis. Why stop 2 years ago? Keep it going, right? I don't know, but I think like the hype train for the Neo Geo Minis has kind of like been on a decline for a long while. So that can't be the main selling point here. It just can't. Windows, Android, Neo Geo Mini. Okay, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. But here's some more looks at this thing. What? Why do they show it next to an actual Neo Geo CD, the chunky boy one, the slow one, right? Why do they show it next to that? Are they going to make a dongle? Like, there's already dongles that you could buy that have Bluetooth for the Neo Geo, and this may work with that. I don't know, but are they going to sell separately a dongle for Neo Geo hardware? It's a very niche market of collectors and people who love the Neo Geo as far as buying products. There's tons of people who love Neo Geo and don't buy these products. Like they'll play them on the Switch, play them PC, emulate them on a Raspberry Pi or whatever, right? But as far as like original hardware, it's a very small portion of the retro gaming market. But are they going to be doing something like that? A little maybe small production run? Maybe, who knows? But it's got me wondering. They're showing here on like a laptop type thing. I don't know. There's a Chromebook, maybe. I don't know. Tablet. There are like these games through like Amazon, the app stores. They're all over the place. Neo Geo stuff. Access to Neo Geo games officially is pretty good. But then they show this controller on top of a bunch of Neo Geo CD games. Got me thinking. Got me scratching my head. Got me wondering. And the one reason it's got me wondering is because and this is all just suspicion, speculation on my part. But take a look at 8Bitdo's controller releases. Not like their kind of wide appeal ones, but the ones that are specifically made for like retro hardware or controllers that are specifically designed to be like a retro controller. The Super Nintendo controllers, NES, Sega Genesis, the PC Engine TurboGrafx controllers. Every single one of those has had or will have an analog console to go along with it. Every time one of these analog consoles came out, Super NT, they advertised it with an 8Bitdo controller. Mega SG was the same thing with the M30. The Analog Duo, yet to be released, same thing with those PC Engine controllers that they put out a while ago, right? Now, you may be like, dude, what are you talking about? What do you get? Just get to the point. My point is, and I know that Analog originally their first console was a Neo Geo. It was like a consoleized MVS type thing in wood. I'm talking about, I think Analog's going to be making an FPGA based Neo Geo system to go along with this. It just makes sense. Maybe not right away, but every time they put one of these controllers out, there's an analog system to go with it. And just like the Analog Duo, I would imagine, look at them teasing all these CD games, that they'll do a Neo Geo system that takes discs and cartridges, right? And it could be like, because I already think the Analog Duo is a little less, appealing to people because not as many have collections of TurboGrafx PC Engine games, and it's even more so rare for Neo Geo. So I would imagine it would be like a very small run of them. Like, hey, pre-orders go live, we cut it off, and that's it. And it's going to be a long wait. They're only going to make what people order, and it's going to be a long wait. I'm willing to put a little tiny, like, I'm not willing to put it all on it, but that's my suspicion. That's my, just, my thought here is every time this happens with 8Bitdo, there is an analog controller, an analog console to go with the controller. It just makes sense to me. The CEO and founder, Christopher Tabor of Analogue, is also the 8Bitdo chief marketing officer. They're hand in hand, man. They may as well be the same company at this point, in my opinion. But okay, let's look at these real quick. $35, and then they do have these limited edition or special edition ones type of thing. I don't know if they're limited, but I think they advertised them as limited elsewhere. But they're just like, hey, these special editions. So you got Iori, Kyo, Mai. They're looking pretty slick. Some pixel art on there. They got to charge an extra $5. And you got Terry Bogard down there. Very cool. They got to charge extra $5 for the graphics though. Standard one's $35. These special ones are $39. But yeah, really cool turbo function button layout swap. Interesting. But here you go. They have a video, but it's not too much video. It's just like their little clips, their little pictures back to back to back to back. But yeah, I mean, to me this is exciting. You got those clicky sticks. Some people didn't like them, but I loved it. Click. I want to hear it. I want to drive people nuts. I want those clicky sticks, man. But the one big missing thing is like Switch compatibility. There's a lot of Neo Geo games on the Switch, so it would be amazing to have this as an option. I would hope there's something that makes it work, or it just works and they didn't, announce it. We'll find out. If they send me one for review, I'll be testing it on stuff like that. If I gotta wait for, pre-orders, I'll be testing it, boom, on the Switch. I'll test it on everything because I'm sure this is going to work on more devices than what they say, right? The other thing that like I've seen people mention is like, hey, what about the Analog Pocket? This is already like a portable Neo Geo, and with the dock, like I already said, their relationship, I'm willing to bet this is going to work on the Analog Pocket. That's going to be the first thing I test. So on the Analog Pocket, does this work with that? Because that should be amazing. For sure, it's going to work on Mister and stuff like that, but we'll have to wait and see, man. There's going to be a lot more compatibility that we're just going to have to test, right? This is cool, man. We've already been talking about this clicky stick, but flawless remake of that original click style joystick. Redesigned and manufactured the no longer produced classic style stick. All important details have been captured and remade. The clicky feel, sound, and feeling of the original. That's got me excited, man. Re-engineered and manufactured from the ground up. They got micro switch action, clicky stick action. This is looking slick to me, man. I'm looking forward to it. But like I said, I'm already a little suspicious, man. Analog making a new Neo Geo? It's possible. Maybe they're going to make an all-in-one system that encompasses everything, and they just retired everything that they're doing, right? No more Super Nintendos, nothing. Just stick to the pocket, and then maybe have an all-in-one system. That would be awesome if it was done right. And not like a crazy price point that doesn't make sense, It's all FPGA, it's powerful enough. Boom, bunch of cartridge slots, disc. That would be cool. Compatible with every 8Bitdo controller. Do what Polymega has been having issues doing. Charge a reasonable price for it. Who knows? But there you go. Let me know what you guys think. I appreciate y'all. If you want to pre-order one of these, link down below. Thanks for watching. Bye.